So, how far east can you go before you're heading west? Flat earthers are really going to like that one. Okay, so just a quick video here. This is actually a suggestion of from Mr. Andy Ferris of the Guitar Geek. But Andy said, do a video building a new guitar rig with old guitar gear. So I thought that sounded like a good idea. So taking a little bit different twist on it, and some of this is old guitar gear, some of it's older than others, but everything in that I'm using here for this is stuff that you just don't hear talked about much anymore, if you ever did. So in other words, this is a guitar rig built out of guitar gear that is, probably isn't real popular by today's standards. So here's what we're using. Starting with the guitar, this is my trusty Aria Pro 2 XL. My parents bought this guitar for me brand new for my 14th birthday, which was 1991. So I've had this. I'm the only owner of this guitar. I've had it for almost going on well over 30, right at about 30 years, I guess it was. As of this recording, I turned 44 next week. So 3 decades I've owned this guitar now. Bone stock. No modifications whatsoever. Those are the stock pickups, stock hardware, stock tremolo. The frets are all original. Everything on it is exactly as it was the day it came out of the box from the factory, with the exception of the age. So everything else we're using for the most part here is going to be pedals. Being that this is a recording rig, I'm not going to mess with an amp, mostly because, to be honest, I really don't have any older amps lying around that aren't on a lot of people's radar already these days. So, and also because this is a recording rig, I don't really need an amp anyway. So we're just going to use the MXR double shot distortion as a preamp. And going to go straight into the interface. We are going to boost it with another MXR pedal, an overdrive pedal, the Il Diavolo overdrive. This pedal is not that old. This one was out, just recently. Was probably just got discontinued a couple years ago, I think. Didn't seem to catch a lot of fire though in the guitar community. Not everybody's favorite overdrive. I even demoed that pedal a couple of times on my channel a couple years back, and I'll be honest, I had a tough time recording with it. So, but I'm going to try using it a little bit different method here today and see how it goes. Next, we've got the Vox Time Machine. These are been out of production for several years now. This was part of the Joe Satriani, the Vox Joe Satriani signature pedal line that came out, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, maybe not quite that long. And last but not least, I decided to grab a reverb pedal. This one is one that you may be familiar with. It's called the Verbzilla from Line 6's Tone Core series, back in the early, the 2000s, roughly, to the early 2010s, I think is when they ran. These pedals are cool because these were designed by George Tripps of Way Huge fame. George Tripps, of course, is a legendary pedal designer, so these were unique because it kind of combined the genius pedal designing of the past, which George Tripps is known from the early days of Way Huge, compared with Line 6's, what was their current technology at the time anyway. But the Echo Park has always been the rock star of the Tone Core series, and I happen to own that pedal as well, and it's a great delay pedal. The Verbzilla, however, doesn't seem to get nearly as much recognition or praise, despite the fact that I think it's just as good as the Tone Core or any other pedal out of that line. So, and then from there, we're just going to go straight into the interface, and I am going to use a 2-notes wall of sound virtual cabinet within the DAW on the back end of it so that it has an actual cab sound. And that's pretty much it. So a quick track with enough different parts in it that I can show what each one of these things does, some of them combined together, and then that's it. there you go. There's all kinds of cool gear out there that nobody talks about. And if you search, if you know what you're looking for on the used market, you can get some really, really good deals out there. So, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Thank you so much for watching. Robert, signing off.